back at the chimney site and did a little bit of debris clearing here. I wanted to set up a little bench so we can sit down. This is the campfire ring. It's been here for a long time. So I set up for a little bench in case somebody wants to come in here and gives me a place to sit. Basically, I just cut out this log. In time, I'll cut out all these logs and roll them down the hill because it's in the path. Did a little bit of rock clearing. So I'm going to start off, got a nice piece of pottery out of there, cup. Not a whole cup, but a part of one. I'm going to scan here real quick. As you can tell, I moved some rock out of the way. First signal of the day, not too deep, nothing special either. It's just a cover all button. It's only about an inch or so deep. It was really crackly, so it's probably got made out of tin or something. But I think it may have some markings on it, but I can't see it right now. So we're going to move on. Next hole. Haven't dug anything else yet. Just kind of exploring right at the moment. And probably going to go just on the outside of the boundary of the house. On the just on the outside of the footer. And full around here. Alright guys. Well, we're in a campsite for scouts. I might have a signal over there, but I just missed it. And we're in a campsite for scouts, and I got my first ever. It's a Gerber. Got my first ever knife, and that one's going to be probably clean that up. That's probably going to be a nice knife. It's a Gerber. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, that's going to be a working knife. Heck yeah. Blade's not even rusted or anything. It's going to be, there's a nice pickup today. Camp knife. Gerber, skeleton knife. That makes for a good day. That's my first usable knife I ever found. Of course, like I said, I'm in a campsite, so we'll take that. All right, guys, let's move on to the next signal. All right, the spring is right down there in front of that tree. Here's a small ore pit right here. I just got an 8082 signal. I got a nice green target right there. And it's probably going to be a stinking Lincoln. And that's what it looks like. Yep, stinking Lincoln. Thought it was too green. Alright guys. Moving on. Just got a nice 5960 signal. It's just a pistol ball. Round pistol ball. Probably about a 32. I figure around 32 caliber. Went deep, about 3-4 inches. Good strong signal. About 59.62 on the Garrett AT Pro, and I'll take it. Nice signal. Later guys, to the next hole. Well, I'll turn the discrimination up to about 35 on the Garrett in this iron infested spot just to see if there's any cherry picking, and got my first good sign. Flat button. There you go, 7. They're in here. Shank's intact. It's old loop style. That's an older button right there. Just a plain face. Good straight up shank. That's a heavy button, man. I like that. I'd say that's late 1700s. Alright, best I could tell, it's just a plain old flat button. No back mark from what I can see. I'll clean it up a little bit better when I get home, but it's a big old, like a big old fatty. It's a heavy button, man. Let's move on. I'm going to try to cherry pick. I only got about a half hour left, and try to cherry pick a little bit more right here in this house site. I'm right in front of the chimney again. I tried to make a loop out there. I got that round ball and 73 stinking Lincoln. Seen some nice deer rubs, man. There's some deer should have been shed by now, but some of these rubs I've seen, I know within the last week, they got scrapes and rubs and everything else. I guess they're trying to get rid of the racks, and I've been looking for racks, antlers, or whatever you want to call them. But I haven't seen any yet, so I'll keep my eye out on the way out. Alright guys, this is Earl. I always keep the chimneys up there if you can see it, straight ahead. I'm heading out, and I always keep my eyes peeled because I've been seeing, like I'm telling you guys, I've been seeing fresh rubs. The only thing I can figure is they're trying to get their racks off, or the antlers. And I always keep my eyes open, and I just got my first shed for the year. And it's a little old 3-pointer. Let's see if I can get it in focus. It's right there underneath the branch. and I'll take it any day. I just love sheds. It's not a very big deer, but this area I'm at right now, some critters already been eating a little bit on it, fresh. This might have been, yeah, this might have been a last year's drop. Either way, make it pretty good. I like it. I got about 4 at home. I always pick them up. Seems like it's this time of year metal detecting. Little 3-pointer. I'll carry him out. I'll keep my eyes open. A lot of times where they drop one, there's another one, so I'll keep my eyes out and look around here. It was racked up right here in this little scrub brush. Got back to one of my sites. I've been here once before last year where I only got to dig one time, and I got a nice civilian lady's stirrup. It was dated around 1880s, and this is the site we're going to be at. It's a Buckwheat Mill. This is an actual photograph of it. This, I believe, is the owner who passed away right around 1889, and the mill closed down. Actually, the dates in the mill are about 1883 to 1889. And the demise of the mill was due to 2 catastrophic floods on the creek that supplies water to it. I'm not going to get into the name and all that stuff right now, but we'll be hunting around the ruins of this building. If you also notice, there's 2 women in this photo. Don't know who they are. I'm sure one of them is his wife. I'm not sure who the other one is. Could have been one of the stirrups that I got was from one of these 2 ladies, because I believe it was pretty sure it was a smaller size, and I believe it was a civilian lady stirrup. I'm sorry. This creek is still pretty much the same as it was. I'm pretty sure I know where the bridge was at. I know where the building is at. The stirrup came from in the back of this building. And we're going to start from here. And actually, here's where I'm at. It's an old service road. Could very possibly be, there's also at one time, there's a structure that way. There was a railroad line that ran through here. I believe this flat right here that ran, I'm not going to tell those 2 towns, but for about 15 years, only about 15 years, it ran. And I believe what's left of the track, part of it that went through here, ran through this basin right through there. But it had a stop here. I'm not exactly sure where, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to this spot, or down there on the next road coming in. But I'm pretty sure it was here. And it was a train stop that got access to a hotel that was on this property. And I believe this is the road they used, so might meet around a little bit on this road right here. There's a lot of pottery and glass down through here. The sleuth run for the mill's on that back ridge, and then the gate valve is up that way, and the mill itself is down there, and that's where we're going to end up, but we might meander around through here a little bit. Just to sum it up, this is a part 2. I had a part 1. First part, I went up to the Chimney site again by myself. Didn't get a whole lot of finds. One of the cool finds of the day, I showed you all, I dug a nice Gerber knife. Actually cleaned up quite well. It's now in my pocket. It's a daily user for right now. It's a nice little Gerber. Whoops. It's a nice little Gerber serrated blade. Works out really well, cleaned up really good. It's still functional. So it's probably lost this past year. So that was a pickup. I got a shed last stirrup. 3-point shed, deer shed. I got a flat button, one of the heavy duty brass ones, dated with the back mark of Rich Gold Colour, C-O-L-O-U-R, which I think puts it in the late 1700s, around 1795 time frame if I remember right. And a few other whatnots. There were some iron items I didn't show. I got a nice iron skillet out of the firebox, and I believe I located part of the cast iron stove that was in there, but I didn't finish digging it out. I just got down to it. It was deep in the fire pit. And a lot of other miscellaneous iron relics that I stacked up there, but I didn't take a picture of that, unfortunately. I'll catch it next time I go up. And also, I worked on a bench up there at the fire ring, cleaning up the fire ring a little bit. So let's get going. I don't want to talk too much. Y'all have a great day. Alright, just got my first screaming signal today, first good signal. It's right beside this root, straight down about 5 inches. I kind of feel that hole in it because I already know where the target's at. Target's, I believe, right here. It's going to be a piece of melted wood. And I hit it there on the side. Pretty good weight. Not sure what it's for. It's definitely not a bullet. It's this piece of melted lead, but it's a big old chunk of it. So we'll take that. We'll keep moving. We're gonna get about 4 hours to hunt, so I'm not gonna dwell too long on the targets. A good old piece of folded melted lead. I know you gotta bother cleaning it up. It's just that piece here is gonna come loose. I don't fool with it. But it's this big old chunk of melted lead. It came about a screaming 65 signal. All right, let's move on. This is what we're hunting right along the sleuth run going into the mill. I hope you can see that. There's the bank. They use this side of the bank for the one berm, and they built the outer berm, and the creek would have flowed, or the water trough would have flowed right there through the channel, and it leads down to the mill site down there about another 200 yards. Unfortunately, we got to go through a shotgun range that used to have been there for years, so we'll have to bypass that. I'm sure there's pellets all over the place, but we'll hunt up to that point, and then we'll head down to the building. But pretty sure this is the spot on the picture I showed you where the bridge came across. This is the one side, and the bridge would have spanned over there. The creek's a little bit deeper than what it looked at one time. I'm sure there's been many floods since then. And that was part of the reason why this place got closed up, was the floods and the damage it caused. And I'm sure it's probably to the wheel end here, the intake on the water. It's probably the bulk of the damage. But got some beaver. Beaver's been working on a tree here. It's pretty cool. Thought I'd show you that. Haven't found a whole lot else. I got some iron pieces, I'll show you them later. But the mill site's right up there. And I showed you this before. If you want to see more on it, just look back at some of my past videos. It's called, I think I labeled it Buckwheat Mill Trip. And there's a lot of loom in here. There's a lot of tin, sheet metal, everything else. Pretty cool little place. This site's dated about 1883 to 1889. It was done at that time. Like I showed you in my picture, the main structure was there. There was a smaller building here, which I'm sure was controlling the flow lock, or the water wheel for the grinder. And this is one of the gears there. It's probably one of the main gears right there. There's another big gear there. If you can see it down in the hole. So there's still a few gears in here. That's probably worth some money. I hope nobody ever takes them though, because they're part of the mill. They're still work. Pretty awesome gear, man. That thing's probably still got life in it. Plenty of life. And I'm sure the water wheel is in here. And then the outtake tube would have been right there, and it probably had a little gate on it. Probably on that, I don't know, the in, middle, and the outside, inside. It probably had a little shut-off gate, control the water coming in, flow going out. And that's pretty much it. That's the back of the structure. The sleuth runs up there along the back, runs all the way back around. There's another building at the gate valve where the intake was for the, I guess, where the creek separated, and then they draw the water in for the sleuth. And I fooled around there. I got a couple iron pieces I might show when I get back to the truck. Got a crank handle off of an older fishing rod. I can probably use it. I got a older Shakespeare. I need a crank. Might be able to adapt it for that, and that'd be kind of cool. And later on this summer we'll be coming back. This is one of the places I want to water hunt right here. This is a pretty good little hole. If anything, I hope there's some sinkers in there, and there could have been people in here already. Who knows? I don't hide a whole lot on my vid, so it don't take a lot to figure it out. There's a lot of people water hunting here in Winchester area, Private County. So there you go. I'm gonna hunt around here a little bit more, and hopefully find something. This is ErlefromVa. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Well, pretty shallow signal, probably about 2 or 3 inches. This is one of Seven's favorite finds. Monica Reed. Pretty good piece, read about 65, 67. About 1.5 inch piece. Good shape. Not far from the, right there's the building. The bridge would have been here. come out a little ways. This place has been hunted and try to get those signals. Others missed. So got me a nice little harmonica piece. This is Earl. Well, not far away. I think my other hole was just right there where my coil's at. I got looks like the other piece. So they probably got the whole reed now. At least most of it. Looks like the whole reed now. Cool. High 78 signal. Just dug a grommet. It could be period. Could be more modern. Looks like Civil War type error. I figured around 17, right around 1800 probably. Here's a shallow hole, good signal there. I'm going slightly over a little bit further, still on the creek. Alright, here's my tailgate dump. About ready to go head on out. It's starting to flurry a little bit, I don't know if you can see that. But there's the harmonica piece, harmonica reed. Pretty sure that is the mate. So it makes the whole reed. You got the two pieces, they're about 2 feet apart. I did get this fishing reel lever, crank handle. Actually might be able to use that. A little bit big here, but I got a Shakespeare at home that one of my scouts lost a handle on a fishing trip many years back. And it was given to me by my dad, so I might try to make it work for that. Some kind of electrical connector. Got a lighter, a couple shell casings. Oh, there's my lead blob that I got, so that's a decent signal. Shotgun head stamp, another shell, live round. I'm not sure what that is. Probably 32 or something. There's a 22. Piece of grommet, modern junk. Another head stamp, modern junk, modern junk, modern junk. I did get a grommet, cleaned it up a little bit. I got two tiny gears, not sure what they are, probably to a watch of some type. And they look like they're pewter. I'm not sure what they are. They're pretty light. Might be aluminum. I'm not sure what they are. I'll have to see if they're magnetic or something when I get home. Got a tiny piece of brass. I thought it was a toe plate at first, or heel toe plate. I don't think it is, just a piece of brass. Like I said, I got the lead blob, harmonica reed, probably off a harness of some type. Not sure what that is. That was right near the, just a loop some type. It was right near the mill site. That's pretty much it. I don't know if you can see, it's starting to flurry. It's not really that cold, but it is flurrying. Seen a lot of traces of deer, but I didn't see any deer. And I'm getting ready to head out of here. I gotta pick up my daughter, and kind of where I'm at, out in the middle of nowhere. Always a good place to go. Alright, I'll see you guys. This is Earl from Virginia.